Are you guys together still or no?
No.
No.
I'm not with him.
No.
Yeah. Not by choice, but I respect him. It's all love.
It's not your choice?
I wouldn't have chose it, but it was what was best, but I wouldn't have chose it, no.
Ain't it wild how not every dream couple ends up riding off into the sunset? Angela Simmons and Yo Gotti had folks swooning for a minute, but real life didn't match the fairy tale. What started off looking like a power couple moment ended up full of struggles behind the scenes. Turns out it wasn't as solid as everyone thought. After just 2 years together, Angela and Gotti have officially called it quits. Yeah, even after Gotti spent nearly 8 whole years crushing on her hard. That's a long time to be dreaming. But lately, whispers have been getting louder about the spark between them fading fast. And Angela finally confirmed it all in a sit-down with Angie Martinez, spilling that their romance has officially hit the rocks. This breakup didn't just come out of nowhere. Fans saw the signs loud and clear. Both Gotti and Angela were dropping cryptic clues last month, and people were quick to catch on that something wasn't right between them. Angela posted a message that had folks thinking she was done with someone in her life, fed up and over it. And Gotti, he didn't hold back either. He went on Instagram and straight up hinted he had no one special to share a big moment with. That was a red flag for real.
Is together still or no?
No.
No.
I'm not with him.
No.
Yeah. Not by choice, but I respect him. It's all love.
It's not your choice?
I wouldn't have chose it, but it was what was best, but I wouldn't have chose it, no.
What are you saying to me right now, Angela Simmons?
I'm saying that I'm a lover. I love love. I love relationships.
This man proclaimed that he wanted to get with Angela Simmons. This man, pursued you. He proclaimed it in front of everybody that...
What really threw fans off was that just 7 months ago, Angela had shared pics of a massive diamond ring on her Insta story. People were buzzing, thinking Gotti had finally popped the question. It looked like an engagement moment, but turns out it was all smoke and mirrors. Sadly, that ring didn't lead to no wedding bells. And the wild part? Gotti had been crushing on Angela since 2015. That's when he dropped down in the DM and made it super clear he had his eye on her. It wasn't just some random name drop, it was a full-on love confession in a track. Remember those lyrics? I just followed Angela Simmons. Boy, I got a crush on Angela Simmons. They like, damn, Gotti, you bold. Gotti wasn't hiding anything. He straight up told the world how he felt. That was real. But despite Gotti pouring his heart out, Angela surprised everyone in 2016 when she got engaged to her ex-fiancé Sutton Tennyson. And not long after, they had a child together. That move definitely left fans, and probably Gotti, shocked. Still, Gotti wasn't done. In 2017, he dropped another track called Save It For Me, and yup, Angela's name popped up again. In that song, he opened up about how he really felt watching her get engaged to someone else. That hit deep. Then came the twist. Angela and Tennyson called it quits by the end of 2017. In a later interview, Angela didn't hold back. She said things had been rocky for a while.
It was because in order to be with Yo Gotti and to continue to be with him in full support and to be safe, she was going to have to wear a bulletproof.
I just got to a place where I felt like I wasn't happy. And I tried. And I tried. And I tried. And I wanted it to work because the last thing I wanted to do was not be together with the person I had my child with. That was raw and real. Then came a heartbreaking twist. Sutton Tennyson was tragically killed in 2018. According to TMZ, he was found in his garage with multiple gunshot wounds. Cops reported that he had been talking with another man in the driveway when things took a violent turn, and he was shot. It was a devastating moment for Angela and her family. After that, Angela kept it moving and had a few short flings here and there following the end of her chapter with Tennyson. Meanwhile, Gotti wasn't exactly sitting around heartbroken. He was out living it up too. Around that time, he was spotted sliding into the DMs of Yaya, who used to date both Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis. Gotti even flew her out to Mexico. The two looked cozy, vibing to mariachi music and showing off their good times on social media. Fans weren't feeling it though. A lot of them were side-eyeing the whole situation, wondering why Gotti, after years of crushing on Angela Simmons, didn't lock it down when he finally had the chance. By 2023, the years of crushing and fantasizing finally turned into something real. What started as a one-sided obsession from Gotti's end flipped into a full-blown romantic situation, the dream he held onto for so long. It finally came to life. Gotti and Angela sparked dating rumors after being spotted on vacations from Dubai all the way to Paris. The vibes between them were undeniable. Then, on January 1st, 2023, they made it Instagram official. No more hiding, no more speculation. Angela proudly stepped into the spotlight as Gotti's girl. It was a major shift. Angela went from being the longtime muse in his lyrics to the one by his side, holding the title for real. After all those years of public admiration and chasing, Gotti finally got what he wanted. And Angela? She looked like she was all in, turning heads as their love story played out in front of the world. Their time together was straight-up luxury living, non-stop vacations, flashy gifts, and wild parties that had everyone talking. Gotti went all out for Angela's 37th birthday, making sure it was a night to remember. He dropped serious cash on her, hooking her up with a rare crocodile Himalaya Kelly Birkin bag worth nearly $300,000, plus a matching diamond Himalaya watch that ran close to $100,000. And that wasn't even all. He took it up a notch by flying her out to a private desert resort for a romantic escape. Talk about next-level love. But Angela didn't just sit back. She showed love right back. For Gotti's 42nd birthday, she surprised him with a luxury whip, proving she was just as down and ready to spoil him too. Their relationship wasn't just about romance. It was about big moves and matching energy. Even with all the flashy gifts and luxury vibes, cracks started showing in this hip-hop romance. Word got out that Angela was struggling with major debt behind the scenes. Her high-end lifestyle came with a price tag she couldn't keep up with. Things hit a low when her landlord slapped her with a lawsuit over $48,000 in unpaid rent, and she ended up losing the case. That fancy car she gave Gotti? Yeah, that raised a few eyebrows too. Rumors started flying that it was actually bought on a monthly payment plan, not paid in full. That move had folks questioning the whole vibe. Insiders claimed Gotti wasn't feeling it anymore. He reportedly saw the money drama as a big red flag and didn't want to end up being treated like some walk-in ATM. Before long, whispers started that Gotti was back in the DMS, just like he was back in the day when he first slid on Angela. One of the DMs Gotti allegedly slid into this time? It belonged to one of Angela's ex-friends, a woman known by the nickname Nurse. According to Distractify, Gotti was even spotted spending time with her at the Aria Hotel in Las Vegas, while Angela was nowhere in sight. People are out here saying that despite all that daydreaming and chasing, Gotti was doing the most to win Angela over, everything except staying loyal. Word is, he may have been juggling both Angela and Nurse behind the scenes like it was nothing. Now it's getting even messier. Rumors are flying that Nurse is allegedly pregnant with Gotti's child, and Angela is heated. Sources say she's beyond frustrated that Gotti refused to zip up. And the drama doesn't stop there. Whispers are still floating around about Gotti getting a little too close to his artist, Glorilla. Angela hasn't spilled the full story behind the breakup yet, but it's clear this situation blew all the way up. Fans started raising eyebrows over Gotti's alleged ties to the streets, especially after the tragic shooting of Anthony Big Jook Mims, Gotti's brother. Big Jook wasn't just family. He was a major player at CMG, the label repping big names like Moneybagg Yo and Glorilla. His death shook the hip-hop world and brought a whole lot of heat to Gotti's name. Rumors started flying that the hit on Big Jook was a revenge move, part of a chain of violent hits tied to the rap game, starting all the way back with the murder of young Dolph, Gotti's known rival. Street Talk claims Big Jook allegedly put out a $100,000 hit on Dolph just because he wasn't part of the CMG crew. Things got so tense, folks were saying Gotti told Angela she might need to rock a bulletproof vest if she wanted to stay with him. That's how deep the drama was getting. The whole vibe started feeling more like survival than romance. Fans didn't hold back. Once the streets started heating up around Gotti, they were telling Angela to cut ties fast. People reminded her she had already lost her child's father, Sutton Tennyson, to gun violence. Nobody wanted to see her caught in another dangerous situation. One fan sounded off online, saying, "Angela Simmons so goofy. Her fiancé died from street stuff, and she turned around and got with another one just 'cause he was begging on a track, carrying a bedazzled gun. From purses to awards, being a bird. Don't care about your legacy, clearly." Another fan added, "Angela Simmons was raised far from all this, yet still ended up with a baby daddy gone from gun violence, and now dating someone deep in rap beefs." Neither Angela nor Gotti has said much about what really ended the relationship, but insiders claim they've been pushing quiet narratives behind the scenes. One report from MTO even claimed Angela pulled the plug because she felt like she was doing all the work, and Gotti wasn't matching her energy. Yo Gotti's grind never stopped. Between the studio, business deals, and public appearances, Angela started feeling like she was always second place. A couple weeks ago, she posted that she only wants things in life that give back the same energy, and fans instantly clocked that she might have been ignoring red flags for way too long. Their relationship kicked off like a rap dream turned reality. Gotti's longtime crush finally became his girl, and the whole world watched it unfold. But what started as a storybook moment took some wild turns, and the real truth started peeking through. At the end of the day, Angela and Gotti's romance looked more like a flashy fantasy than something solid. The highs were high, but the bond, it just didn't last like everyone thought it would. Their story is a real reminder. Just because it looks like a dream doesn't mean it ends like one. When it comes to Angela and Gotti, you gotta wonder, was it ever real love? Or was Gotti just chasing a fantasy he built up in his head for years? The connection between them felt flashy, but was it ever truly deep? Was Angela just the prize after a long chase? Or was there something genuine underneath it all? So now we want to hear from you. Do you think Gotti was really in love with Angela? Or was it just the thrill of the chase? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We're reading everything. If you enjoyed this deep dive into their wild journey, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more breakdowns on your favorite celeb stories. This ride was crazy, and there's more where that came from.